Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to dive into a very common topic: how to work with connected dates in a form. Think about any form that needs a start and an end date, like booking a hotel room, a flight, or a travel package. There are countless examples out there. To understand this well, we'll start with some simple cases, and then gradually add more complexity. Imagine we're building the booking form for a tour operator. People will be able to create their own custom tour, so our form needs the user to pick a start date and an end date. For this, we'll use two date fields. Let's call them field name 1 for the start date and field name 2 for the end date. The first thing we need to take care of is simple. If we're making a reservation, we can't select dates that have already passed. To prevent this, we go to the start date field, field name 1, and look for the min date setting. If we set its value to 0, the system understands that the user can't pick a date earlier than today. Now, if our company needs some time to process the order, say 7 days, we can force the user to pick a later date. We simply type the number 7 followed by the letter D, like 7D. This ensures the selected date is at least 7 days after the current date. We can do something similar to set a default date. If we want the start date to be set to 7 days from now by default, we go to the default date setting and put 7 followed by D again. The second key point is that the end date, field name 2, can never be earlier than the date the user selected as the start date, field name 1. This is where the connection between fields begins. How do we link them? It's very easy. In the end date field, field name 2, we go back to the min date setting, but instead of putting a number, we enter the name of the other field, which is field name 1. With this, we've covered the most basic and common scenario. But let's make it more interesting. Since the user is putting together their own tour, let's allow them to select different points of interest. This is where we add complexity. Imagine we're setting up a trip to Paris. We offer our users several options, and each option takes a certain amount of time. The Eiffel Tower might take half a day, considering transfers and ticket lines. The Louvre Museum will require 1 whole day. The Palace of Versailles could easily take another full day. The Montmartre and Sacré-Cœur Basilica visit might take half a day. And the Musée d'Orsay visit another half day. So now, the end date no longer depends only on the start date, but also on how many days the selected sites add up to. For example, if the user picks the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and Versailles, the minimum trip duration must be 3 days. How do we calculate this automatically? We need to use an auxiliary calculated field. First, let's imagine we have a checkbox field we'll call field name 3. To keep it simple, the option text is the name of the place, and the value it stores is the duration in days, such as 1 or 0.5. Now, we insert our auxiliary field, which we'll call field name 4. Since we're only using it for calculations, we will hide it from the public form and exclude it from the form data submission. Finally, in this calculated field, we enter the equation that will determine the final minimum date. This formula does the following. It takes the value from the start date field, field name 1. It adds the total number of full days needed to visit all the selected points. The ceil function rounds up, ensuring that if they total 3.5 days, the minimum is 4. And finally, the date function converts the result into a date value using the same date format as our final date field. To finish up, we go back to the end date field, and in the min date setting, we now enter the name of our calculated field, field name 4. The process might seem a bit complex at first, but if you think about it, the potential of linking the start and end dates through a calculated field is enormous. It allows us to consider countless factors in our date estimations, such as the means of transport we'll use for travel, whether we're on a fast-paced business trip or a more relaxed honeymoon, or even if we opt for fancy restaurants versus quick fast food spots. The possibilities are endless.